I think we should now be live. I'm double checking in our feed destinations. It looks like we should be up and running on LinkedIn. Looks good. YouTube looks good. All right. So as promised, and forgive me, this is actually round two because I foolishly clicked on something that shut my audio off on the last take. I am delivering on a promise I had made to the folks on my email list in my community to share my brand new email marketing planner. Let's actually take a look at that. So this is the email marketing planner. This is a tool that I have built inside of the Notion platform. If you're not familiar with Notion, I've been using it for maybe about 3 years now. Super cool platform to be able to create and manage all kinds of things. And I'll give you a glimpse of what I've built with this particular project. But it's available for free. There's paid upgrades and all sorts of things, but if you're looking for a great sort of organizer or checklist, or even a place like we use it for our family shopping list, so that my daughter thinks of something. Well, she just grabs her phone, she goes over to our shared Notion shopping list, and she plugs it in. My wife does the same. We're planning a trip to London right now. We're putting all of the resources in there, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about email marketing and how to use this particular tool that I have built to help organize and plan your email campaigns. So let me do this. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Actually, before we do, um, the idea here came to me after working with several business owners who I would say, okay, all you need to do is go out and write these 3 or 4 emails, and they would go, okay, I get the concept, and then we'd go off and we would meet a week later or 2 weeks later, and I ask how the email campaigns were going, and they basically said, I haven't gotten to it. I don't know what I'm supposed to write. I'm too frustrated with other stuff going on in my business, and I can't sit down and look at a blank cursor and figure out what I need to say. And I said, okay, why don't we start you in a place where you're not using uh, a blank page, a blank cursor, but you actually have the email partially written for you, or the concept of what needs to be in that email already devised for you, so that all you need to do is plug in your content. Would that help? Oh, absolutely, yes. And of course, it did. So I provided them with templates, and I have been using templates myself over many, many years. I used to sell the particular templates that I'm going to show you in a moment in a PDF format. And then, this internet thing made it a lot easier. The internet, well, of course, was around with PDFs, but the ability to have interactive templates through a platform like Notion, it occurred to me, could actually make it even easier for people to use this. And so, what I did was I built out my templates in this platform, and I'm going to hide myself so that this thing can get a little bit larger in just a moment. But um, I built out a bunch of templates in here so that my clients, other marketers out there, whoever needs to plan out emails through the use of templates and frameworks, etc., has a good starting point. Now, this is a planning tool. This is not an email marketing piece of software. So, this is really a good place to draft and plot out and make some decisions about your emails. But what you need to do is take the email that you've created and move it into whatever email marketing software, email service provider you have to do to run those campaigns. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and hide myself, and nope, actually, it's the other way around. That's what I wanted to show you. And let's take a little bit of a walk through this. So if you're unfamiliar with Notion, this is the Notion platform. You can build all kinds of cool things in here. I'm not going to really get into a discussion about Notion, but I can build out text here and some other stuff. But I'm going to just delete that, get rid of that, and show you what this particular tool is that I have built. If you need an introduction to it, I have sort of a very easy to follow outline of how you use it. But basically, there's three components. There's the templates and frameworks, which are over here, which I'll show you. There's a drafting tool, which is over here. And then there is a scheduler planning tool. So let's say you build out a bunch of drafts. You can then sort of plot out the order of them. You can come back and refine them, etc. And then ultimately, when you're ready, you can move them over into your email marketing tool. So let me show you what we have here on the right hand side. We start with the classic email formulas and some sort of general frameworks. I'm showing you things like a framework like AIDA, attention, interest, desire, and action. Um, this is a very simple, easy to follow framework. It sort of shows you each of the steps of what has to happen in the email. So, what do you do at the opening? You introduce a new product or a new offer that meets the reader's needs, right? Or you can grab their attention in some other way. Then you want to build interest, provide more details. Then you want to create some desires. So highlight something that is going to uh, resonate with the person you are writing to about why this thing you're telling them about makes sense for them. And then you put a call to action in at the end. Classic format. It's a great formula. I recommend using it in lots of places. Okay. Then I have another formula, PAS, problem, agitate, and solve, how to's, before and after, comparison, social proof, things like, a FOMO, fear of missing out, etc. Down at the bottom here, I've included some frameworks from some fairly famous marketers who have taught these types of structures in an email campaign. So this is a guy named Andre Chaperon came up with this concept called the soap opera framework. I found a great video explaining it from YouTube, which I dropped there. I explained sort of the general concept, and then I gave a quick example of how it might be laid out. So this is really for general frameworks, general structure in this first section, the classic email formulas. The second section are templates. And when I say templates, I'm talking about emails that are already written for you, and you just need to slot in your specific details. Now, there's probably a little bit of additional addition of your voice and some specifics of the tools that you might or the business the product, the service, etc., that you are probably going to want to include there. But let's talk about let's look at the indoctrination sequence. Okay, so this is when somebody first joins your email list, right? This is the delivery of the thing that you have promised them. So it might be a newsletter, it might be something else. So you'll see in brackets here, these are placeholders for you to replace. So let's just take a look at the very first one. So there's a few different suggested subject lines included here. So, oh, I'm so glad you joined, or you've made a great decision, or here's the thing that I promised you. And then there is the welcome email for this. Now, if you would like to use this, here's how you can then take it and edit it and use the rest of the planner. So all you do is you come here and you highlight the section. So let's just say I'm going to use this one, this subject line. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit email draft. Okay, we'll replace this. Oops, we'll replace this with this that I just copied. I'm going to move the subject line right up here, and it's let's I don't know, what's a good result. Let's make some money. although that's probably not a great subject line because that could go, into a spam filter, right? And then hi first name or hi name, welcome to the, and then you can plot in what you're going to be talking about here. So welcome to um, my how to make more money through email marketing um, newsletter. Okay. Not a great opening, but you can sort of see. I just want to show you sort of the mechanics of how this works. Okay. I'm so glad you joined. And then you can talk about other specific benefits they're going to get, and you fill out the rest of it. And again, if there's things that are phrased in ways that are not really reflective of the way you talk, at least you are starting from a place where you just need to rephrase it. You just need to edit it. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news recently, but it's kind of like those those AI writers, right? They're not giving us great output, but they're giving us a good starting point. Now, there's ways to train them to give better output and all of that. That's not the discussion we're having right now. But the point here is you have something you're starting with. You can then slot in your particular specific information that applies to your business, to your offer, to your product, service, etc. And if there is some rephrasing you need to do, you simply do that, and then you're good to go. So let's go back and take a look at what happens next. So I got this draft. Now I'm going to just take this, I'm going to move it up here. Okay, and now I can say, oh, I want this to go out. Now let's assume that I've finished it. I want it to go out next Tuesday. Voila! It is now scheduled in your planner, not in your email software, but in your planner for next Tuesday. And conveniently, if you like looking at calendars, I have a calendar here that shows it in calendar view as well. So you can sort of see when things are scheduled. So those are a couple of the elements here, but I want you to sort of see that we have, I think it's about 110 different email templates, individual email templates that we have. These campaigns, plus I have about 20 or so standalone emails, things like, hey, you forgot something in your cart, to you know I'd love you to share information about us and pay you for making the referral, to things like sharing a personal story, right? It's a great way to connect with your subscribers, your readers. Now, here's something about stories. One of the things that I've included in this additional resources section is a transition phrase list. So think about telling a story and then having to connect that story to the thing you're trying to sell. If I were to tell you a story about the I don't know, I had a great story. It was about how when I was in elementary school, I used to get off the bus and I had the choice of walking 2 blocks, 1 block this way and then 1 block that way to get to my house. But the bus stop happened to be in front of the house that was right behind the house I grew up in, right? So what did I do? I would take a shortcut. I would walk up their driveway and then I would climb over the fence into my backyard, and then I would be home a lot faster. I took a shortcut, right? And I told the story about how I knew the family that lived there, and so as I was walking up the driveway, I would often see the people who lived in the house, and I would wave to them. Why am I telling a story about when I was in elementary school and walking up somebody's driveway? Well, I connected the idea of taking a shortcut to, and I must have been selling something along the lines of what I'm showing you right now, um, to using templates as a shortcut. But how do you transition from the story that you're telling to the actual offer? Well, that's what these transition phrases give you the opportunity to do. So here's a good one, right? Number 6. Why am I telling you this story? Simple. And then you tell the point. shortcuts are incredibly useful in all kinds of situations, including when you're writing emails, and then you can move forward in a discussion about how you have this special offer that is going to make it easy because it's a shortcut to get the thing that they're looking to get to achieve, right? So that's what the transition phrases are. Subject line formulas, I got 100 or so subject line formulas in here with examples of each one. And then finally, I have a list of power words, right? These are the types of words that you want to incorporate into your writing that are going to help stir up more emotional response. And they are incredibly useful at making people not just connect with the content, but really feeling a reaction to the thing that you're saying. And so utilizing these additional resources on top of the templates that I have above can be incredibly useful. All right, now let's talk about the uh, the tool and why am I making this video right now? Well, I'm making this video because I've just released this. This is one of several different products that I have available. Actually, I'll show you several different products that I have available in this Gumroad store. Many things are focused on uh, copywriting, on email, on business building, online, etc. And this email marketing planner is perhaps my most comprehensive of all of the tools. And so to kick things off, because I want to do a couple of things. I want to make it available to as many people as possible at the best price possible. But ultimately, it will be sold. In fact, it's available right now for $79. There's also a bundle for $99. But I want to get some folks in there who can give me some feedback on this, tell me what they like, what they don't like, so that I can make improvements as necessary. I'd also love some more feedback. I got some folks in there who seem to like it, but I'd love a lot more than 3 5-star ratings if possible. So I'd love to give you the opportunity to be one of the first 50 folks in here who can take advantage of a special discount offer. And you can get that by heading over to davidbaer.me/planner. And then when you go in there and you click in here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to hit add to cart. You'll see, and I did this just a moment ago, but oh, thank you, honey. There we go. You'll see that if I type in kickoff and hit apply, it's going to drop the price down to $20. So I hope that you will take full advantage of this opportunity. I've only put 50 of these coupons in here because I really would like to sell this at full price, but I hope that you'll take advantage of the opportunity to be among the first folks in here. Grab it at the $20 price by using the discount code, and that's kickoff, which is right below where I'm moving this cursor around. You can see it on the screen here, davidbaer.me/planner, and then the discount code is kickoff. Again, there are only 50 of these, so I hope you'll take advantage of the offer while it's available. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate you making the time to listen, and I hope that you found the concept of using templates and getting a head start uh, using a shortcut, if you will, to be of value. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know what else you'd like me to build in Notion because I'm having a ball using that platform. And I have a bunch of my other trainings, courses, things like that, that I'm building out in Notion as well. And would love to be able to share more of those things with you. So, all right. I think I've taken up enough of your time today. You have a great day. Take care, and I hope to be able to welcome you inside of the email marketing planner. Again, you can get that. Here we go, right here, which is davidbear.me/planner, and then use the discount code kickoff if you are among the first 50 folks to get in there to get it for the ridiculously low price of $20. And if you want the whole bundle, by the way, that drops from $99 to $40. So, all right, there you go. Take care. Have a fabulous day. Bye bye.